Morning, welcome to eRepair. So today I'm working on something a bit different. This is a Huawei P30 Lite. As you can just see, the back fell off then. This is how it arrived from eBay to me. So I know it needs some attention. It was described as not charging. Now, on plugging the charge port in, you can see there is no signs of charge. You wiggle it up, you wiggle it down, it won't do anything at all. The battery does hold charge just, but depletes extremely quickly to the point that you can charge it for 3 hours and it will last 10 minutes. So I've already identified the fact that the battery is dead and the charge port is dead as well. Unless you're prepared to hold the charger in position, it doesn't hold charge. So I think we're going to do a straight charge port and battery replacement on this one today. And then I've already ordered the adhesive, but it hasn't turned up yet to re-stick the back. So I won't do that in this video, but if you're desperate to see me stick the back on, then I'll show you in a future one. So we're going to get this taken apart. We're going to get the port replaced, which is down here, and we're going to do the battery as well, which should hopefully be super quick. So if you weren't already in this state, obviously your part would be like this. What you're going to have to do is get quite a lot of heat around the edge and then use some picks or some playing cards or something just to slowly work your way around the outside, loosen the adhesive and eventually remove the back. In my case, someone's already done this for me because this is how it's arrived from eBay. It does look in a bit of a sorry state, so I think someone has probably had a go at this at some point already. So what we're going to do is get this done. First thing we need to do before we do anything else is disconnect the battery. Now, this is a one screw jobber, so it's not complicated. Sorry, one screw, two screws even, and not complicated thing. It is slightly under this plastic backing, so just be mindful of that. Oh, I just noticed there's a screw missing there. So we're behind here. We just grab a spudger just to get that screw out. Are you going to lift? There we go. Let's see if we can get that screw. There we are. And then this, you sort of need to lift it up at one end because there's a little catch at this end. I am being careful of the fingerprint sensor. I'm probably not going to bother removing it, so I'm just going to work around it and be gentle. If I find that I'm going to have to put too much force in to get the battery out, then I will remove it, but I got a suspicion that this has already been removed once before, so there you go. So, tucked under this one and hooked on, so it just lifts out in one go, which is super easy. Battery catch is just there, so we'll just pop that up. And then, yeah, I was right, it's been lifted before. So that's our battery out. I'm not really sure what that black bit's on there for, but I'm not sure it's adding any value. I've torn it now anyway. And we'll clean this adhesive up just for completeness, because I'm going to put some new stuff in when I put the new battery in, if I can. Because I'm quite glad I'm not having to remove it, because it is well stuck in. Let's just get rid of all of that. And that's out. So that's our battery out. We'll get this charge port out next. Might as well do it all in one go. So again, half a dozen screws. From what I remember, they are all very similar sizes. There are a couple that are slightly different. So if you've got a mag mat or a screw organizer or something, just keep track of them so that you don't put things back in the wrong places. This one here obviously is a black one, slightly longer, slightly bigger. It has got a little circle around the port. I'm not sure if that will come up on camera or not. So we'll get those out. And then this should lift out in one piece. Hopefully, might need a spudger if I can't get it going. There we go. So that's our speaker and vibrate motor down the bottom there. And then the only bit that we're interested in, zoom you in a bit more, is this board here. So we've got a flex cable connecting it to the top. Imagine that's probably something to do with the charging circuit. I'll just lift that off, and then a little antenna cable which should just pop up, and then this will just lift out just like so. And then In terms of the new one, so this is the one I've bought. This was, I think it was about £3. I couldn't find it anywhere other than eBay, so that's where this one has come from. And just be careful that you hook this end back in first and then drop it down. Obviously being careful of your flex cables, and it will just fall in, pretty much fall into place, he says, when it's not falling into place. You just want to be mindful, just make sure everything's lined up. So there we go, that's all done. Push our flex back in, and then our aerial connector here, which is a little bit fiddly, but we want to also make sure that the aerial connector's in its little cable run as well. So if you've got it in the right place, it should pretty much clip in. So you'll see just here is our cable run, and we're going to just give it a bit of a nudge, and it should just sit in the right place. Just means it won't get caught on any of the screws like this hole here when we do it back up. So that's done, and then we're going to reverse it out. So super simple. This should just clip down in, he says, whilst it's not wanting to go. There we go. So that end first. And then again, just making sure we reverse out all the screws, getting them in the back in the same places. So being aware of that black one that is slightly longer. They are all magnetic, which is nice, except for seemingly the black ones, which makes life a little bit easier for us. As this has been opened before, warranty's already voided, even though I suspect that actually, given the age of the phone, it's probably long since warrantied out. But I think once this is done, this will make a nice phone for one of the kids, so they'll be happy. If you're interested to see sort of how much the parts and things cost me in these, I do sort of keep tracking this in them. This phone was £35, and I think I spent about £12 or £13 on parts all in all. Not expensive. Again, battery also came from eBay, couldn't get it anywhere else. So this one we're just going to slide in like that. We're not just going to do that because we might want to put some adhesive on the back of it first. So let me just do that quickly. Right, so we got our battery, our adhesive's on the back, so that's good to go. Let's get him in there now. So nice and snug, and that will go nowhere. And then we'll align our battery connector up. That's all good. So that's in there lovely and snugly now, and he's going nowhere. Next thing we'll do is we'll get this cover plate back in. So again, you're going to have to lift this plastic piece up just a bit in order to get this cover under, and you also need to hook this end into position. So sort of want to go under here, hook that under, and we're going to sort of almost twist it, and then we can push down, and that's everything hooked into place and it won't move now. Again, just being mindful of where your screws came from. So we've got our nice big black screw up this end, and our smaller silver screw down here. So that is that, super simple. My final thing will be, as I say, just to get the back reattached. I don't have the adhesive right now. I've ordered ordered the adhesive strip to go around the outside to do that. But that's it. The phone will now hopefully turn on, just like that. I've got a feeling the screen might have been replaced on this at some point as well, because it's looking a bit gunky up the top there. But all in all, nice phone for not a lot of money and not a lot of effort. So yeah, if you found it useful, please drop me a like, leave me a message, have a go yourself if you've got one of these that's broken and needs a battery or a charge port. It's a super simple repair, doesn't take a great deal of time. I think we've knocked this out in under 10 minutes. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.